Mano, the beauty of Mano, because the Mano does work in this sense sphere where there's such a thing called time. So I can say, no, that's not happening now, that was then. So Mano is always present, because it is this. The present moment attention is the sense, and with that we begin to be able to sense that quality is a resonance. There isn't actually coming, that's being triggered by that sight, but actually the resonance isn't, it's in this embeddedness, and it's good to know that so that I can begin to defang it. You know, it may still occur, but it doesn't really grip and trap me and get me running anymore. And this is the way you successively begin to drain the poison out of these afflictions. Maybe not in one shot, but every time you stay through that and you're able to refer back to awareness, back to a suitable vantage point, and the tide washes through, and the sampajano goes, see, arose, triggered, felt this way, felt it in your body, it shifted, it changed, you're open and you pass. Look, you're not that. You're not that. That happens to you. And you also begin to recognize you can be there at the ending of these things. And then the quality of attention is there. And then the mental fabrication of Mano ceases. So it says, the ending of Mano should be understood. What? It means where you're the mind configuring and creating things, that can stop. So Mano just becomes Sati. No longer conceiving, no longer manyatis, but just Sati. And then that links us to, comes back to this primary quality, the Citta deactivated. The deactivated, the activations subside. There's a moment of some kind of release. And this can be known, definitely. You probably all have known that. And so this teaching is there to help become less sporadic and more sustained. Present moment attention, present moment awareness is not what you want. Your present moment attention. The only people with present moment awareness are people with dementia. Which you may occasionally find yourself dipping into. Which means the past, the possibilities, they're all coming up, and you've got no way of knowing that was 20 years ago. There's no differentiations. So, no present moment awareness, because then whatever, from wherever, is just happening now. And that's not good news. So present moment attention helps to filter out. Because Citta doesn't know time. Doesn't have a time register. Check it out, this is what I'm saying, maybe I'm wrong. But my sense of what happens for you in your Citta is your karma is occurring, your intensities, your proclivities, your anutsayas, your beauties. In other words, the things that have affected you for good and for bad, they happen, and they don't say, oh, that was 5 years ago. They say, I'm feeling it now. So, but that's not a true historical account, is it? You only really record the pieces that affected you, and the things that are most intensely realizing are the qualities that affected you most deeply. Is that correct? Fancy remembering everything that happened in your life. But you do remember, falling in love, getting kicked out, winning and losing, being disgraced, feeling, you remember the things that meant something to you, and those things are more deeply, more often recurring, more poignantly felt. Nothing to do with time, it's to do with karmic intensities. And so this gives you a pretty good idea of where Citta is going. It's not moving forward in time, it's working through karma. And the idea is to just begin to travel that territory with less and less snag, and less passion, and less intensity for it. You're clearing karma. So you're clearing your self-engagement with these blueprints. And you're clearing yourself with engagement with the anutsaya. The asava don't get flowing. The asava don't get flowing, the blueprint's losing its ink. Blueprint loses its ink, it begins to fade out. Every time the asava flood down that blueprint, it gets another layer of ink on it. Just like a river, every time the river floods down that valley, it cuts the valley floor a bit deeper. It gets deeper, so eventually any trickle of water is going to run down that valley. Rainfall is going to run down that valley because you've carved a deep, firmly bounded river. But if you don't run the water down, the river dries up. And the dynamics of Citta is, as these dry up, then, of course, what's happening is the Barami field is building up, building up, building up, building up, building up, and the groove begins to disappear because you're letting this Barami of wisdom, of determination, of resolution, of loving kindness, of truthfulness, of energy, of morality, begin to lay down some skills and Barami, and they build up till those asava, they don't have any tracks to flow down. So this is the big picture, or a big picture. And it does remind us just how dynamic this whole thing is, I hope. It's multi-temporal or timeless, as the Dhamma is called. It doesn't matter where you are, there it is. And essentially wherever your body goes, you're carrying the hard disk for the whole thing. For those programs to rise up. And what you notice and what you look around at and what strikes your eye, these are all the potential triggers for skill or unskill. So we look towards the skill, the beautiful, the beneficial, and we're careful about the ones where we're getting afflictive triggers, and just don't go there for a while. Build up some strength in this one, then we could perhaps deactivate that trigger or recognize it as arising and passing. So this way, careful attention and vigilance is the preparer for Sati. In other words, what I'm suggesting is you don't maintain Sati, just on any old thing, like on a hindrance, because the likelihood is going to grab hold of you. But to deal with the hindrance, you've got to be aware of it. The point is to have enough oomph, to have enough there, and skillfulness to be able to hold that thing, and instead of it wrestling you, you pin it down. And it begins to shake around, and eventually it kind of gives up. And that's the practicalities of it all. So I think that's Mano, Citta, and Viññana is essentially the consciousness, which means that which Mano brings things through. The Viññana is a channel, right? The eye channel, the ear channel, the nose channel, and the mind channel taps into all the others and searches the others for particular data to create signs out of. And this is the Viññana thing. So I think it will stop there for this morning. Thank you for your attention. And, we may have opportunity for questions. But I'd like to let you sort of sift some of that down and see what really seems important for you. So this afternoon, we'll begin with just the sitting together, and I think I'd like to